Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, everything's working. Looks like it. My handsome face is not the one I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing the usual one. Hi, guys. So, before we start, I noticed that it's Lovecraftian Week, or something like that, on Steam. And I saw this game. And I played the Call of Cthulhu game from like 2017, I think it was. Enjoyed that a lot. And I saw this was available, and so I picked it up on the cheap, on GOG, and decided to play it. And that's what I'm going to do. And there you are. Good evening to those of you who've joined me. I hope it works. I'm not sure it's going to.
It's too late.
Did it crash, or is it just waking up? There we go. I'm going to start as a Boy Scout. Hardened detective. Hey, fat buddy, how you doing? Hardened detective? No, this isn't porn. It's Call of Cthulhu. As a note, might be a shorter stream. I'm really tired. I got a terrible night's.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opening me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless.
Sounds like Call of Cthulhu.
I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Certainly I'm not going crazy.
I like the way you smile at me, baby.
So much more enlightened than the 19th century, you know? The game volume's a lot louder than my mic. We'll wait for a break in the action and see if I can adjust that. In the dark corners of the earth. Is it uncomfortably loud, or am I just soft? I'm not soft, okay? First of all. The mic is soft. Interesting, okay. Saving the game. Game tips are currently active. If you don't want to see any game tips, they can be turned off at any time from the options. You can press the escape key to access. So my volume, my personal volume, my human lens volume is low, correct? Smoking's bad for you. I'll turn it down just a little bit. It's raining all over the world.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared.
Weird cult, huh?
So tonight,
so the Catholics
we were just
moved
passing,
in.
you
That was
know,
a joke.
doing the normal
Just a
rounds,
joke.
when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
Not the most delicate and intricate of UIs, I think you'll agree. Good evening. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We haven't crashed yet, that's a good sign. Yeah, I still do. I've been playing it. I just started a new character today, a little earlier, off stream. You know, if I get interested in playing a lot, I might go back to it on stream. Up here, huh?
It's taking him so long. Something must be wrong.
I think it.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Strange cultists die. I'm running low on ammo. Did I get shot? Here we go. Mic is good with the sounds. There's a lot of background for effect. Thank you, Fat Buddy. It's a harsh game, but sometimes it's fun. Yeah, PoE? Yeah. Well, there's a reason I don't play hardcore. Because I would play hardcore once and never come back. Am I supposed to go in? I guess. If I die, you guys Alright, I can jump. Get inside. I'm inside. Shit, Philip's been shot. He's dead. Let's see if we can find out what my, well, I'm not using the controller. Ah, there we go. Keys and things. Right, WASD, space, sneak, shift. We got leans and strafes. Action is S. Inventory, I. The UI is as old as the game. I think Walters must be inside. You can't see him. Yep, some crazy cult, all right. Oh. Okay, what is shift? I didn't notice what shift was. Hold on. Sneak, okay. I thought that was what it was, but it seemed like I was going to some weird mode other than sneak. You got a rat.
That one to the right taking cover. Kill him!
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
I'll take a closer look. A little bit the game sound, a bit more on your voice, by the way. Yeah, I'll try to be more attentive to it.
Kill them all!
Oh. I've saved the game. Yeah, that rat was definitely large. Maybe not extra large, but large. Okay, so the eye, I guess, is the save points. Yeah, that's Cthulhu-esque.
I'm running low on
Got a
ammo.
clock. I don't think I want to go in there. That's where the shooting is. They've got guns.
It won't budge.
All right, that one's closed.
It won't open.
Those are both locked.
At last!
Okay. At last it's me, and he died.
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful.
So there's no real feedback
You seem to recognize me. I don't get it.
that there is something your action key, the S button, can make happen. That is a follow by Dr. Pavel 636. I only have one spiel. Here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. And good evening. Almost evening. Depends on how you define evening. It's a little past 5 p.m. here. Is that really evening? Does evening not start until the sun sets? It's all very up in the air. Just like the sun. Never mind. Let's pretend I didn't say anything. A little bit drunk. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. So it's either midnight or 1 in the GMT right now. So you're 2 or 3 hours east of that. The name is Pavel. I'm going to go Eastern Europe. GMT plus 2. Could be Poland? That's a guess. I'm going to sneak up behind this guy evidently.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Walt.
Wow. He was expecting me.
Damn! He recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. A key. Could come in handy. He's dead.
I've picked up an inventory item. Open the interface to view this item and its description. Highlight the item and click it to use it with a character, an object, or even by itself. Yeah, I didn't shoot him, okay? I don't have a gun. He got shot by the guys outside. And they started it here, so the guys outside kind of in the clear.
Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning.
Game time. I've been playing for 9 minutes and 57 seconds in game. Journal. Not yet available. Warning. Narcotic analgesic class helps block pain, but should be used with extreme caution. Copper key with an S engraved on the head. What do we have here? We have none of those, none of those, none of those, and none of those. My EKG is solid, though, so that's good.
He's dead.
Yeah, can I pick
Looks
up
like
the
a
gun?
bad case of lead poisoning. I better keep my distance from the window, or I'll end up like this nut job.
Well,
I should keep back.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I should keep back.
I'm attempting to. There we go. Oh, okay, so it doesn't let me back up. Got it. The S key. Figure out where the doorway was. They're still shooting. think there's just one doorway left. One second. Turn on this lamp. Nope. Apparently, I have no matches. All right, we're going in.
It's locked. It's locked.
Well, I can try the key.
The key doesn't fit.
That was a good try by me, I think.
It's unlocked. I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them.
These guys have been stalking me?
There must be some kind of mistake.
Creepy.
Why would they want me here?
Unless they're hot
It
women.
must be an old case.
In which case,
Something
cool.
I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
All these pictures of me. The odds that it's the hot women is relatively low.
What the hell is going on? It seems they've been tracking my movements.
Leave home, arrive at station, leave station, lunch. Go to bank, back to station, follow suspect, stakeout, return home.
The fire's still burning. Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
Okay. I picked up my first journal item. Select the book icon in the interface to study your journal. Book icon. Diary of Jack Walters. A local disturbance. Evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero, but I just had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather, and they want to share the joy with the local hero. That wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since the newspaper reports. I don't know, though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. I know I personally am tired. I got a terrible night's sleep. So if I'm a little bit loopy, there you go. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. A couple of nights ago. Must be a month at least. Well, that might be March. So yeah, possibly. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first. I'm a vodka man myself. But not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not. I better get going. A collation of general evidence. Enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation. If memory serves, the Yith are an alien race. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. Can run. You're running a 16 gigabyte DDR. How can you tell? Oh, I put it up, didn't I? Yeah, I guess I listed it on my my description where I have my rig described. Everyone does it, so I did it. I thought you were psychic and reading my so-called mind. I don't know why everyone feels the need to put those up. But we do. And so when I set up my first stream, I had it set up. And no problem. Don't sweat it. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yith. God. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. How long is this going to go on? The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that, because the house is private property and because there's no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is this Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease these fears and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity, tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of the nearest witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interest of Boston citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about this so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months so that all may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation in the Fellowship of Yig when he apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death as suicide. Our condolences go out to his family. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. Mythos tomes in manuscript, I haven't found any of those yet. Well, I got the key to the next room, purportedly.
It's unlocked.
It is now.
For nutcases, they seem quite literate.
Well, nutcases can have bookcases. Pretty funny, huh? If you have the option to find this game... Pardon me, God, what is up? The Neverhood is a real puzzle game and real fun to play. I will look it up, or try to remember to look it up. The Neverhood, huh? Pardon me, I'm having just trouble breathing right now.
These books are really old, and most of them are in strange languages I don't understand.
Like English.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher. It appears to be a private study area.
Well, we've got a piece of
It
paper.
appears to be a private study area.
Well, yeah, but that door, I mean, there we go. I picked up
The
something.
drawer holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek.
Could it be the Necronomicon? The Narcotic manuscripts. Manuscript looks medieval, claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before time of the first humans. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the history of unthinkably distant antiquity. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, the great race of Yith. Makes you dizzy just to read it.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher. There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like two people having carnival knowledge of one another. Check that out in a sec. Oh, there I am. Ah. Can't do anything with this, what appears to be a trap door. I'm trying every different angle I can find. Ah, there we go. I just had to be...
Shit, that did not sound good.
Okay.
Well, that's just swell.
The stairs broke.
He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull.
I hate it when that happens. And it almost happened to me. What the? Okay. They've been doing something unpleasant in here. Bodies. Many bodies.
Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here.
I misswallowed again. I've been coughing and... Yeah, I know. Well, on the other hand, I can't go back up the stairs. They're broken.
In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before.
A mass murdering cult with their own morgue in the basement? You never saw that?
From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered. They must have been trying to preserve the bodies. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Yeah, I'm sure it has sort of the same sort of background as the Resident Evil games. I mean, those go back to Alone in the Dark was the first one I can remember. The original Alone in the Dark was the first one that sort of had the horror vibe to it. First one I can remember off the top of my head.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What? Why does it have to be so dark? I mean, there's a setting, and I followed their instructions. I think it's supposed to be like that. That was a startle, not really a scare. Don't think I want to know what those are.
Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around in all that liquid.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. something along those lines. His giblets.
This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines.
Brain.
Looks like his brain. I wonder what those wires are for. Looks like his brain. I wonder what those wires are for.
My guess, nothing good.
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
He's still moving. His bits are gone, but he's still moving.
Good God! What the hell is all this?
Yeah,
I've never seen
he's
such
not in
equipment
great
before.
shape.
Who could have made such a machine?
He's probably looked better. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say.
I've never seen equipment like this before.
Well, yeah. Oh, we've got a door. We'll wait on the door, I think.
Looks like his stomach. Looks like his stomach. The contraption above seems to be controlling his breathing. His beating heart.
Okay. That's nice. I am going to go to options. I'm going to increase the equivalent of the brightness by 1. Yeah, I think that's better. I can actually sort of like make out some stuff now. Oh boy.
Oh, shit! I'm not touching it again.
I'm not touching it again. Now that I've electrocuted him to, yeah, okay. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. After all, oh, his heart's not beating anymore. He may not be fine.
There's no power.
Yeah, that was me. My bad, guys. Is this thing still hot?
The machine must have overloaded. He's dead.
Oh, that's, you know, it's the early part of the last century, and I've got friends in the police. This never happened. Oh, it goes deeper. Perfect.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
So, of course, I'm going to go in. Oh, this does not seem promising.
It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine.
Oh, boy. Last time I touched one of these, I turned a man off. Yeah, it was. I didn't touch anything, officer. I swear. He was like that when I got here. This looks a bit too UFO-ish for me to be comfortable at all. This is X-Files material right here. Well, I'll undoubtedly be pressing you real soon. They've done a pretty interesting job in creating something weird and alien. What could possibly go wrong from pushing a button? It not like I'm gonna randomly kill somebody.
There's no power.
There's no power.
Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury.
Full of mercury.
It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's a pretty common way of looking at everything in the place, really. I'm gonna take a chance and bump it up one more darkness. Even though theoretically it's supposed to be... Can't distinguish the colors below the line here, but I can distinguish them, but still I would like to be able to see just a little bit more. And this is the default value, so... Yeah, this is significantly better. I don't need to sneak.
There's no power.
And there's no power. Can I pick this thing up now?
It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine.
Alright, that closes and opens. Interesting. So it's everything lights up, and then they all go off except for the one. But
There's no power.
right.
The crystal's still warm.
Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah, it is a little bit like Stargate or Predator. It does have a more Stargate feel. Predator would have, you know, body bits.
It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
There we are. Okay, here we go. We've got power now. Oh, look, we've got power. Hey, this will be fine, okay? Trust me, I know exactly what I'm doing. Yep, that's the one of the creatures from Yith. That's a Yithian. I recognize the shape. Cowboys and aliens I only saw once, and that was a long time ago. That is definitely... Oh, Yithians! We have multiple Yithians. Saving the game. Good, good. 1922. I think the first we started it was 1915. So
It's
this is
been
7
more
years
than
old.
6 years
Yep, more than
since
6
I
years.
entered that strange house in Boston.
Yithians.
But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress.
Nothing to do with aliens. Dead
I remember
cultists.
investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze.
I have no idea what
They
they are
committed me
talking
to
about.
Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care.
20th century
I have learned little of my
schizoid
activities
man.
in the 6 years that followed.
1915.
The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in
That's an
travel
old guy
and
music
study.
reference. Up, yep.
I maintained a
Book of
fanatical
Ibon.
infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own.
Pardon me, yawn, old man.
When I
Really tired,
reawakened
old man.
5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be.
Thank you.
Return to normal life has been
Time
a
to go to
painful
sleep.
process.
Thank you very much.
recent
Thank you
days,
for hanging out.
My dreams have been plagued
is
by
late. Get some
cosmic
sleep.
landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own
Don't be like
reflection.
me and wake up after 4 hours.
I am beginning to remember
Get some
things
actual
from that
sleep.
day, more than 6 years past, that I've told.
Yithians. Yithians.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson.
Of the
I
accounting firm?
need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
I'm not interested in your package, pal. It's the 20s. We don't swing that way. Ooh,
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
cash money.
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice
What,
lad.
A.A.
He
Arthur
disappeared
Anderson,
recently from
B.B.
the First
Brian
National
Burnham?
Grocery Store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd
Innsmouth.
like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Nice, certainly nice Cthulhu mythos references for those of you who may have read Lovecraft's works. I think I've read everything except his personal letters, which were published. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National Grocery Store chain. It appears that First National Grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue, a friend of the family. Mr. Anderson gave him the job as a favor. Not much of a favor. Sending him to freaking Innsmouth. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry to the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They're of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean, the usual hick-town prejudice, no doubt. In this case, no. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. Feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. A visit to the old town. I would have read that, but I didn't get a chance. 7th of February, 1922.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
The Shadow over Innsmouth is the story that is the genesis of Innsmouth. One of the classic cult Cthulhu stories. Oh dear.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Kinda has the right Innsmouth look.
Could you direct me to the First National grocery store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
Wow, he's not very helpful.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
Well, there's the grocery store over there. Really welcoming town you got here, sir. Lovely. You all should be very proud. First National Grocery. Police line do not cross.
It's the First National grocery store.
Yeah, I can read. Thanks.
It's a crime scene. The local law enforcement has blocked the main entrance.
So I'll have to go in another way then.
Evening, Constable.
Constantly, I'm busy. No time for talking to strangers.
I'm Detective Jack Walters. I've been hired by the regional manager of the First National.
And I'm Constable Burke, and I'm the law around these parts, and I'm still not talking to you. Now get lost.
Wow. Nice town.
That fellow
Everyone's
was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
really welcoming to us strangers in town. Innsmouth.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Ken rightly says I know him.
Innsmouth to her sons who died for liberty, 1775 to 1781.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, their head's gone, guy.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Uh-huh. Well, they're really warm. Friendly folk. Be cautious when sneaking past enemies to avoid detection. Keep in cover whenever possible. I need to...
Stop. You can't come down here.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, officer.
The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful.
I'm sneaking now. I'm sneaking. Ah, save. I believe. Aha, another save. So when I looked at the reviews for this game on Steam, a lot of people were complaining that it was crashy, buggy and crashy. But somebody commented that the GOG version worked much better for them, so I bought the GOG version, and so far it's been fine.
The delivery truck for the Innsmouth Courier.
Which building this is.
It won't open.
But it won't open. I'm being quiet again.
Nothing of interest.
I don't know. Looks like a bunch of paper, or possibly fish, or fishy paper. So I'm going to wait for the police officer. Mr. Warm and Welcoming. To go back the other way.
It's unlocked.
Objects that can be pushed will have left scratch marks on the floor. You won't be able to move the object if the door passes next to is open. To push an object, simply move against the direction of the scratch marks. I wouldn't say that those scratch marks are especially obvious. But it'll do in this case. I'm not sure we need a whole game mechanic devoted to it.
Nothing of interest here. Can't see anything of use. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. The store may be low on stock, but it's immaculately kept.
Watch out for medical boxes. They contain all the treatments needed to patch up any injuries. You can apply treatments through either the interface or the quick heal key. I will note that he notes how immaculate the store is. There's a line in Monty Python's very, very famous cheese shop routine, which is one of my very favorites, where the customer keeps asking for cheeses and the cheese shop doesn't have them. And at one point, the cheese shop owner says it's the finest shop in the district. And he says to you, how can you possibly say that? And he goes, well, it's so clean. And John Cleese says, well, it's certainly uncontaminated by cheese. So the fact that this is immaculately kept but empty is not necessarily a good thing.
Nope, nothing important here. The till's empty.
Sure is.
Nope, nothing of interest.
For some reason, they told me about the medicine stuff over here. Did I actually get some? No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, except the one that I had. Ah, there it is, first aid kit. And there we go. Okay, so we've got like 2 bandages, 1 splint. I'm gonna guess splint. Needle and thread, useful for sewing up wounds, and then green slime in a bottle. Not regular green slime in a bottle, though, the delicious stuff. Well, this looks like where the break-in occurred. Left a bottle of something.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. Stock reminders and general notices. Nothing of interest.
Nothing of interest.
The drawer is empty.
The drawer is a jar.
The drawer is empty.
Yeah, the drawer is empty, I know.
An empty safe.
It is now.
It's not important.
I'll be the judge
A
of what's
typewriter.
important.
Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest. A Store of the Year poster. Huh. It seems Brian had a lot of pride in the store.
Well, I guess then he wasn't.
The store appears to have been doing quite well under Brian.
So, I guess they didn't just give him a job as a favor. He appears to have been pretty good at it. We don't want to open the front door. That would probably not be smart. Here, banging.
It won't open.
It won't open. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood.
What's they doing
Strange.
snooping around here? Get out! And what have you got there? Trying to take evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
Yeah, what over? The meds?
That alley leads around the back of the First National.
We got the meds.
It won't budge. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
You'll note their face. It looks a little unhealthy. It's called the Innsmouth look. Not everyone gets it. Most people do. I think we got everything we could out of there.
It won't budge.
That's Gilman Hotel. Okay. Thought that might be a hotel.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
The warmth of the natives. It just... It touches me. Is the hotel?
Nothing of interest. A small wooden clock.
Clock
A
on the
dusty
walls at 2
assortment of
o'clock.
old books. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest here.
I have no idea what that is. Oh, I get it. Kill wallpaper. What a lovely hotel they've got. In keeping with the rest of the place.
It won't open.
Wow. Talk about inviting. Hi.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Yeah, thems from out of town can do that. They can
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back. An old grandfather clock.
If I need a room, I know where to go to find one. Variety store.
It's a variety store. It won't budge.
Closed. It's like a town hall or something.
I'm looking for Brian
We're
Burke.
in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
The Esoteric Order of Dagon. That is correct. That's what you should have in Innsmouth.
That way's blocked by a police line.
But it's awful busy around here.
It's locked. It must lead to the back of the variety store.
Innsmouth Poorhouse?
The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse, in memory of Lady Warnes.
Buy garters and overall.
It won't open. It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't budge.
Try sneaking in behind the police and see if I missed something. I don't think I missed anything in the store proper.
Move along, outsider.
Thank you, Nathan. You're a real help.
It won't open.
South Street. Reese and Company. Hodge. Got light over here. Where there's light. First female I've seen in town. She got the Innsmouth look too? No.
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
This doll seems more open than some folks around these parts, but she isn't going to talk
This
to me
doll?
right now.
Ah, the 20s.
It won't budge.
I don't want to go down there, I don't think. Warning. Dangerous bridge.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Just kind of all assholes.
It won't budge.
I've mentioned this before. Sometimes certain games feel like they just turn into a game of poking at something until something does something.
With a good windpipe in early in the tall and
Barn billiards.
Ah, my boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave. Who love the light in the tempest strife.
Dude, they probably have a restroom inside, I'm just saying.
When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, That be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Old Zadok, huh? Let's find him a bottle.
It won't open.
The bar's not open? How am I going to find him a bottle of something to drink?
It won't budge.
Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant shrink? No, we were bold and brave. And we loved the fight in the wild midnight.
It won't open.
In the storm of the mountain.
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Less 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
Old Lady Warren's? You live in the town poorhouse?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
What can you tell me about Innsmouth?
Just fetch me a bottle of fine liquor, young
It
fella,
won't open.
and I'll tell you all.
I gotta get him a bottle of hooch, just like an old adventure day.
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get it. Won't budge.
Get his tongue wagging. Just need a bottle. Buy, steal. I've got a bottle. Use of word drunkard detected. Well, if there's no drunkard pissing on the front of your bar, are you really a trustable establishment? I would have to agree that you're onto something. So I got a bottle. Did I lose the bottle someplace? I think so.
Tonight, boys, we must fight, but the winds which shower our sail shall never scare the mariner.
They won't let me do anything with that.
In the wing gates, it's
Was that? There was the bottle. Oh, the cop took the bottle off of me, so I have to use stealth both to get in and out. Okay. That's annoying. Is that I wouldn't call that really a game mechanic, you know? All right, we wait for the police officer. So it's sort of time-based, I guess. You've got a certain amount of time in the store. And I'll hear him pounding. That's the advantage I get from this. So then I can find a place to hide, I guess. Where was the booze? It was here.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Now I have those things.
The store appears to have been doing quite well under Ryan. These shelves look light enough to push. Why would Brian force entry when he had a set of keys?
What they doing snooping around here? Get out! Them things don't belong to you. I'll be taking them back.
Alright, so now we know what we've got to do.
Damn. I need to be more careful.
So I'll have to go quick then. To get back in time. That's not a mechanic I like at all, really. Not a fan of a timed mechanic like this in a game of this sort.
If I want a decent snoop around, I'd better do something to block that door.
Oh my god, seriously? But how am I supposed to then get out?
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Maybe I can stay in here? It is raining outside. We even had hail today. I haven't had hail in years.
The store appears to have been doing quite well under Brian.
Hail all the time in the summer? Yeah. In the Midwest, that makes perfect sense. We don't get much in the way of thunderstorms. Like, with actual thunder, even. Here in the Bay Area. How did you know I was in here?
What they doing snooping around here? Get out! And what have you got there? Trying to take evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
I've tried all the other doors. I can't get them open.
Son of a bitch.
I have to agree with that sentiment. Something about a wooden handle. So I've got the bottle. Maybe the wooden handle will give me something I can do with one of the doors. They're just ugly. They have what is called the Innsmouth look. Innsmouth is the town. And all of the locals, well, not all of the locals, most of the locals have what's called the Innsmouth look. It's from the story A Shadow over Innsmouth, Lovecraft's. Right, so we go in, we close the door, we push this in front of the door. And, you know, given the fact that it's an older game, it's actually pretty good fidelity to the description we get of the Innsmouth look.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. Why would someone break in through the front? It won't open.
And I don't think this is going to work either.
It won't open.
No.
What are they doing snooping around here?
All right.
Get out!
They have defeated me. I must Google it. First National, yep. First National grocery store, there we are. I feel shame. He can examine the place, the office safe, bottle of bootleg. After taking those items, he'll have to escape from Constable who becomes aware. Yeah, I know that. Thanks, guys. That's a real helpful hint you've got there. Who the hell puts that kind of information in? Give me a sec here. Sorry. Now, that's more story stuff that I don't want to read, obviously. Nope. Seriously, guys. What the bleep? All right, we've got a video. Pardon me here. I'm sorry about this, guys, but I'm all messed up here. This guy took longer to get into the bank than I did. Sneaks in, hides. Pushes the door, grabs the medical kit. Nothing of interest. Basically going through doing everything I did. Wait, what? Okay, God. Wow, okay. I feel better. I feel better. Hopefully you'll feel better about me when we... And it crashed on me. Hold on. Hold on, we're going to open it up again. It did not like... Unsurprisingly, it did not care for that. We've got it. We got it. trust me. Okay, we got the stinger. How about the visuals again would be nice? Okay, maybe? Alright. We saved at the hotel. Was it after we talked to the guy? I don't remember.
Evening.
Hi.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run
So
this
we haven't
here
talked to the
hotel
lady
in
yet
Eden.
either then.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Creep show.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
Move along, outsider.
We'll talk to the lady. I don't guess that can wait. We'll get the booze, at least. The handle. Well, you'll see. Not my favorite kind of puzzle. Because not really a puzzle, you know? Frankly, given as much effort as it takes me to push this thing in front of the door, I don't know how the officer ever gets in. Frankly. There is where we'll need the handle.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle.
How about you let me go down there, huh? Oh, come on. You cannot be serious.
What they're doing snooping around here? Get out! Them things don't belong to you. I'll be taking them back.
Yeah, you will. And it's...
Damn. I need to be more careful.
This is not a puzzle. This is simply frustration. This is not useful to us players. This is bad. Making us repeat something like this any number of times is not good. Yes, there's that. Well, I don't know about a secret tunnel. It, could be the basement or storage, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not positive if it's bad controls. Certainly that's that issue right there. But the fact that we need a time-driven game component in a game like this, where, you do pair it up with rudimentary controls. And he closed it up and put all the stuff back.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Why doesn't it work? Am I missing some? I would like to turn the mouse sensitivity down. Higher is less sensitive. Okay. Aim mode, hold. Sneak mode, toggle. Jump is space, crouch is C. I think I'm going to fail again. We'll see. Okay, that was unexpected. Yeah, it works. Good point.
You can rot.
Whoever's down there, I can rot. Oh, that's very professional, officer. Well, we've got tonic. If we've got gin, I'm good to go.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
All in all, it's just a missing brick in the wall. Yeah, I know.
The storage area is clutter-free and well-organized. Nope, nothing of interest.
I don't know. Tonic. Got a book.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Alright, we've got the bottle of bootleg rum. Diary, shadowed past. We've read those, okay. Collation of general evidence. The Arkham Advertiser. Grocery store robbed. Manager missing. Thieves here have robbed the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth, breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register. The newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson. First National's regional manor from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened, and First National Grocery had high hopes for its success given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone going to any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Well, But the business was going well. Yes, gin and tonic, exactly. Exactly. You want to know why British colonialism succeeded as well as it did? Gin and tonic. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one... Ooh, the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. So, he was, in fact, going to bust open somebody else's safe and then get the hell out of town. We got the narcotica. The narcotic manuscripts.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
Ah, some poor idiot fell down the ladder. Oh, wait. I mean, how good is your building if you've got great big freaking missing bricks in your wall? All in all.
The storage area is clutter-free and well organized.
Oh, so we can move this to get to a point where I can do... What? Something? So, that won't be helpful. Uh-huh. So, where will this move to that's helpful? Over here, maybe? It looks like there's something there.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
That's true. Useful? A hole in the wall, though.
The walls collapsed. It must have already been badly damaged on one side.
Is that a skeleton?
The walls collapsed.
Yeah,
It must have already been badly damaged on one side. The cellar's filled with human remains.
That's, No, I gotta admit, I did not expect it to fall over and knock down the wall, although the missing brick was a clue. Cellar's filled with human remains. Welcome to Innsmouth.
These people must have died a long time ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Innsmouth's red light district.
There are some issues of the Innsmouth Courier lying here, and they're dated 1846.
80 years ago, give or take. Yes, whatever and whomever happens in Innsmouth stays in Innsmouth.
Various
Unless they're
chemicals
very
and
lucky.
apparatus for developing photographs. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
Well, given how faded Innsmouth is, pardon the yawn, but I'm an old man who got no sleep, so tough patootie for you. What's up there? I'm going to assume we're inside the newspaper building. Watch for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across for the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. The interface shows the total rounds you are carrying, including those in the gun. I've got 8 rounds. Weapon capacity 8 plus 1 chamber. But I don't know if I have a gun. I don't think I have a gun yet. But I've got some ammo.
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged.
Wow. In this town? But everyone seems so friendly and welcoming.
I don't suppose the fire helped it much either.
Well, it couldn't really hurt if it's been sabotaged. I mean, busted is busted, you know.
Nothing of interest here.
I don't know. Those hexagonal cans look pretty interesting.
Newspapers lay scattered in molding heaps. General notices. They're all dated 1846.
Oh.
Holy shit!
That seems recent.
Nothing of interest.
Yeah, I'll get to the
Nothing of interest
stuff.
here.
Being in that room for longer than 30 seconds would probably cause respiratory illness. Yeah, well. Asthma.
Can't see anything of use.
Choking. Appears to be a woman, and I'm getting woozy.
From the stench in here. This noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Okay, months.
The poor woman must have taken her own life.
Noosed broad. That's not a way. That's not a nice way of talking about the. Not especially.
Nope, nothing important here.
Recently dead.
Nope, nothing of interest. It's not important.
Says you. Latched. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can be useful when escaping from enemies. Well, I will open that in a bit then. Okay, this is where we came up. That appears to be the front door.
It's not important.
I don't know, it seemed pretty important. They put them in frames and hung them up on the wall. Okay, the back door. No. Okay, so this is the back door. Right. And that is the front door, which we probably don't want to open, given the police. Okay, so we can now open
Nothing of interest.
that. We could not before. Winds are
Hello,
blowing.
Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery.
Ah, the Marsh
Speaking
family.
of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later.
So
That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Oh, well, I tell you, I'm psychic like that. Saving game. Right, now we gotta find a drunk. Actually, maybe I can. Go out the front door.
It won't open.
Nope. Can't go out the front door. More like Agent Smith than an Innsmouth local. For sure, he does not have the Innsmouth look. I'm tripping balls. Hold on.
You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Okay. You better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Bing. Bong. Alright, maybe we find the lady and then we find the drunk. The lady and the drunk. There's the lady. Hello, lady. Hello, pretty lady.
Evening.
Evening, ma'am.
The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
I have noticed.
While I appreciate
Gee
your
willikers,
concern,
Batman,
miss,
that wasn't a bite.
I can handle lousy hospitality.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Poppies, poppies, poppies.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Okay.
She's too frightened to talk to me, but this lady knows something.
Wow, I am the original Brainiac. Speaking of Batman, we now have a Brainiac reference. And now we get to watch him pee again.
And a ship that loves the lives with a good wine piping, with a good windpipe in
If that place is closed,
in the
and
tall
it
and
is,
scowling
how did he get so fucking drunk?
Ah, my boys, these are the joys
Also, I'll note,
of the noble
he
and
has
the
real
brave.
streaming issues. And I say that as a streamer, his streaming is breaking up.
When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong.
A man who enjoys his adult leisure beverages in excess.
Ha! Do you think
That's
that's
really,
the valiant
really
strength? No, we were bold and brave, and we loved the fight in the wild midnight, in the storm of the mountain wave. The timbers. Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Yeah, lice.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few use it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
What's up, Zadok?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out
that's
of
how we
town
treat
running
all
a store.
outsiders.
Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about
Taking
this
business
port?
from them, but he
You just
said he had
bring
good
old
business. His
Zadok
numbers.
a bottle of something nice.
But he also
and
said
old
no one ever came
Zadok
in.
will
I don't
fiddle your ears.
Yeah, that's severe packet loss, is what that was. He's got packets all over his shoes.
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Last 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing
At
cannery.
least it's good, honest alcoholism. The liquor
Cannery.
companies
old
Commander,
lady
yeah.
Warren's
Well,
house?
And he's not using one of those
Go and
incredible
fetch me a
evil
bottle of
drugs like the
something to wet
marijuana.
Zedok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
know?
What do you know about the variety store robbery, old-timer?
That'd be Tom's old store. Stacked with all sorts of knickknacks and such.
So you know Tom Waits?
I know he took the third oath that I wouldn't.
The musician, Tom
I'd
Waits?
rather die than take that.
What oaths? I don't understand.
Just fetch him a bottle of fine liquor, young fella, and I'll tell you all.
Oh, candy is dandy.
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dock Street, back in old lady Warren's house, in my home. Psst, mister, you just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will
But
fill
liquor
your
doesn't
ears.
want the teeth.
Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dock Street,
Dock Street,
back in old lady Warren's house, in my home. Psst, mister, you just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Zadok is going to fill my ears. I really don't think I want to know with what.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller.
Yes, I am.
Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search.
All right. He's going to puke. Or possibly shit himself. Or both. He handed me something. A key?
Now you
Urine
be
sample?
calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all
Obadiah.
began. Telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet, till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside of reckon out it being a
76
riot.
years ago.
But I'd seen them, swarms of them.
So,
Look, old man.
if you were 10,
I don't have time to listen to these fishing
you'd
tales.
be 86 now. You drink like
Was a
that.
massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square.
And drinking like that,
Come morning,
I don't think you make it
the
to
mess
86.
was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good to us.
Zadok.
Zadok, heart of gold,
Who
liver
did
of
all
ox.
this?
Jesus, liver
did
of
all
fucking
Except the old
adamantium.
captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering
Yeah,
for
he's
more
not-
than just sacrificing.
He's
Only
not
told
long-lived.
folks They
He's
had
pickled.
to take the oaths
Actually
of
pickled.
Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dock Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy.
Yeah, we can go into the poorhouse and steal stuff. Wait, that doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. All right. Well, the poorhouse was in the main square. That's how you can tell. Oh, hi. Hello.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
You didn't want to speak with me 10
It's
minutes
Jack.
ago.
And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you going to even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list
You
of
go by
missing,
Reb or
I urge
Becca?
you to follow me.
Bex?
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me.
Oh my God, is this going to be the time?
Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more
The Elder
unusual
Sign.
elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Another save. Saving game. Let's see. So, I think I'm going to call it right here. I'm enjoying it so far. One bit of frustration, but other than that, I love me a Lovecraftian story-based game. So far, it's working for me. I can't guarantee that'll continue, but I expect I should be back at this again tomorrow. Assuming I can get a decent night's sleep tonight. Not that I'm irked about it. Okay, I'm pissed, actually. I got like 4 hours and then about an hour's nap. I really needed 3. Would have settled for 2, but got 1. So, assuming all that goes well, I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Australia, and presumably Asia. I think I've covered the entirety. But it's early morning in Asia and Australia the next day. It's just weird. Know that feeling? Hope you sleep better tonight. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. Thank all of you for hanging out. One of the advantages games like this have, for me as a streamer, is it gives me material to riff off of. To do an ad hoc version of Mystery Science Theater 3000, for those of you who are familiar with it. And so far, so good. There aren't many games I've played to completion. I tend to have a short attention span and some shiny new thing comes along. And especially that's true on stream. But there are a few I have finished on stream. I finished Alan Wake, a horror-based game. Good one, except the combat really fucking sucks on PC. Except maybe with a controller it might be better. So Alan Wake was the most recent. Dredge, which was had a horror-themed game that I really, really enjoyed. Very strange, wonderful little game. And the other is another Call of Cthulhu game, the one that came out in like 2017, I think. This one's from like 2006. I really enjoyed the 2017 one. Played that one through to completion. So I think the only games I've played through to completion on stream have been horror-based games for whatever reason. Although they're more narrative than scare horror games, you know? But anyway, I plan on hitting this one up again tomorrow. At the usual time with the same stupid regular craziness. Seen clips of a Cthulhu game with a guy on the beach. Well, Dredge is sort of has the feel of a Lovecraftian story. It's not explicitly that way, but it has the feel of it. But if you just watch it being played, it looks like a fishing game. Okay? It is, and a good one. A good, interesting fishing game, believe it or not. But the narrative is not about a fishing game. The Call of Cthulhu game, I mean, it ends sort of at the beach. Sort of a cliff over the ocean. So if that's the one, that would be the one. I know Muckluck played it. And I wish I had started uploading my streams early enough to have caught that one, because I really did enjoy that. I would actually kind of like to watch me playing it. And I normally don't watch my own stuff. I think when we think of it called The Shore or something. Doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to check into that and the other game that got mentioned, which I will scroll up after the stream and see, so I can look both of those up. So The Shore and then whatever the other one was. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. Again, thanks guys for hanging out. As always, appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm a little low energy, but I think I've explained that sufficiently. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be all rested up, filled with vim and vigor for my normal, lazy, lackadaisical stream. Back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Thursday night goes great. I hope your Friday goes really quickly, assuming you work a regular Monday through Friday schedule, to get you into your weekend. And I insist that you have a good one. So, have a great night tonight. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Take care, and ciao.